This is your Korean teacher, Dexter. After this lesson ends up, you will be able to introduce how to utilize local foreigner welfare service by using 는지 알다 모르다 blah blah 다가. The title itself is for yourself, not for domestic civilian like me. The more you learn in this unit, the better you could enjoy your local welfare service. So, are you ready to take your right as Korean immigrant? Shall we start? Okay, class, this is Korean teacher Dexter. Let's start Unit 3, 지역 복지 서비스. So the 지역 is your 지역. So my 지역 is Busan, so local, and 복지 is welfare, and service is service. So this unit is talking about how could you take welfare service as foreigner. This unit is not for domestic person, but for you as a Korean immigrant. So as I said again, the more you learn, the better you could utilize your right as Korean immigrant. Shall we start? So on this unit are usually introducing what kind of welfare service is there and how could you apply or utilize that one. So let's move on at first. On your textbook page 38, there is vocabulary section, but your kind teacher Dexter prepare all the vocabulary in here because this unit is so important for you. And it's quite a little bit difficult from another unit. So I prepare all. So first thing is 상담 is counseling. And so 상담을 하다. So take a counsel. And 상담을 받다 is get or receive. And 신청하다 is apply. So you could apply for counseling service. And next one is what situation are you take a counseling? Usually, I'm really sorry for as a Korean, but many workers cannot get money. So 임금체불 is overdue wage, overdue pay, or delay in payment of wage. So when your boss take a 임금체불 to you, you could apply for counseling. 상담을 신청하다. So the counseling service you could take a 생활 is life, family, and overdue. You can take a counseling. And 통번역 service is translation service. And 구직 is a seeking job or job hunting. And 창업 is in English, it is establishment or foundation. But for more easy version, it is a certain company. You want to be a boss. You want to make your own business. That is 창업. 창업을 하다. Or 창업 상담을 받다. 창업 상담을 신청하다. You can take it. Or 구직 상담을 하다. 구직 상담을 신청하다. Whatever, you can use it. So let's move on to the next part is I and 노인 and kids and elderly. The funny thing is when we collocate I with the 맡기다, it is possible, but for the 노인을 맡기다, it is impossible because 맡기다 is usually for the things, not person. But in Korea, the age is so important, and usually kids are younger than us, so we think 맡기다. Yes, true. Because, for example, 나는 my grandmother, 할머니를 맡기다. It is possible, but we recognize it is a rude. So 맡기다 actually is for the things, not person. But the young kids, we can use it. 아이를 맡기다. Yeah, it's true. I'm not telling lie. So let's check it out first. So 장난감 is toy and 대여하다 is a lent or borrow. So 장난감 대여 service. And here, you can see 아이를 맡기다. But we never say 노인을 맡기다. It's understandable, but in the formal situation, if I say my mother, 나는 엄마를 맡기다. Am I some bad bastard? Sounds like that. So only kids we prefer to use 맡기다. And here 육아 is kid caring or nurturing, and 정보 is information. So get nurturing information or get kids caring information. And here we say 노인을 돌보다. You can say 돌보다 for I and 노인. For the elderly and kids, you can take it caring. You can use it both. But 노인을, let's think about 노인을 맡기다. It is a possible, grammatically possible. In my opinion, it is not recommendable to use 노인을 맡기다. I think it has some negative connotation. But you can use it, it's grammatically correct. But here we say 노인을 돌보다 is more recommendable. So if you are confusing, just using 돌보다, you can use for kids and elderly, both. That is my just opinion. And let's move on. Next vocabulary is education. So we use 배우다 is something learning. 배우다. So 한국 문화를 배우다, 태권도를 배우다, 요리를 배우다, 외국어를 배우다, 컴퓨터를 배우다. That's all. And 건강 is your health. So usually talking about health care. And 건강검진 is a medical check, but it is or close to diagnostic. So before you are ill, before you're sick, we need to check. That is the 건강검진, diagnostic check. And here is a funny vocabulary. 예방접종. 예방접종 itself is a vaccination. Just take a vaccine and inject. But 예방 is prevention and 접종 is inoculation. So yeah, as a whole, 예방접종 is a vaccination, but it more focused on prevent something illness rather than after you're sick. So that's all for vocabulary, and let's check it by question item. So your kind teacher Dexter translate all the sentence. So please share this video your classmate and please introduce my channel as much as possible. Promise. So let's start. So 상담 is counseling and 노인 is elderly older person. 교육 is education. 대여 is rent service. So let's start. So yeah, I recommend to let's discuss by Korean, but it is if you are feel difficulty, just see the English translation. But it is my translation and I'm not really good at English, so it would be poor. But yeah, if someone cannot understand my Korean explanation, just see the English version here. But I recommend to see the Korean version. 요즘, nowadays. 자녀 is your son and daughter, usually offspring. 자녀와 함께, with together. 살지 않고, living together, not. 혼자, alone, 혼자 사는 블라블라가 늘고 있다. In here, only 노인 is the person and 상담 교육 대여. It is impossible because only here 노인 is the person. So 혼자 사는 노인이 늘고 있다. Yeah, that is the reality of Korea also. And number 2, 우리 회사에서는 해외 근무 직원들의 건강 문제를 전화로, so 전화 is by telephone, is checking about the overseas workers' health care. It is the answer is counseling, 상담해 주기로 했다. And number 3, yeah, 돌봄 서비스. We commonly use it a lot. caring service. 돌봄 서비스 업무를 하는 사람들은 한 달에 한 번 반드시 업무, so 업무 is job or duty. The answer is 교육, 업무 교육을 받는다. Have to get, have to receive. And number 4, 우리 시 is your local area. To me, I live in 부산광역시. Or you could live in 인천광역시, 서울특별시, blah blah blah. And the 시 is a city. 우리 시에서 구직자에게 면접 때 입을 정장을 무료로. 무료 is we like it for free. So 무료로 renting system 대여하는 서비스를 실시한다. So here 구직자 is a little bit high level vocabulary. 구직자 is who job seeker. 구직자 is job seekers. This one. So let's move on to the next vocabulary part. Let's see that shortly. And 예방접종 is vaccination and 방문 is a visit counseling and free education translation service. So 아직 한국어가 부족해서 말이 잘 안 통하세요. So 부족하다 is lack of. So still lack of Korean, so you cannot communicate well. In that case, you need to take a counseling of translation service. And number 2, 아이가 있어서 센터에 방문하기 어려우시지요. Because of you have kids, it is difficult to visit our center. In that case, visiting counseling. 방문 상담을 해드립니다. Number 3, 컴퓨터를 배우고 싶은데 수업료가 부담되세요. So 수업료 is a tuition fee, so it is burden to your tuition fee. In that case, take a free education for computer class. Number 4, 올겨울 독감 걱정은 안 하셔도 됩니다. 예방접종, vaccination도 받을 수 있습니다. So here, 독감 is a funny vocabulary. So you already know what is 감기, yeah? So, but here is the Chinese letter, 독. In here, 독 is poison. And 감 is when your emotion, 감정. So, but 독감 itself is a really bad cold, bad or severe cold. So yeah, 독감 is you feel like you're eating a poison in your heart, in your emotion. So 독감 is actually just cold, bad cold, 감기. But 독감 is more severe, more dangerous in say 독감. So, but the vocabulary is maybe only just funny to me because the feeling like poison, that is 독감. So let's move on to grammar part. So grammar here is 는지 알다 모르다. Like 알다, you know, 모르다, don't know. So here, when there is verb, is how to verbing, blah blah. But when there is adjective, it's how, blah blah. Let's see the dialogue. 어디에서 예방접종을 하는지 알아요? Do you know? 네, 알아요. 보건소에서 해요. So usually, 보건소 is a hygiene facility. You can take all the medical care in 보건소. And 문화체육센터에서 무엇을 배우는지 알아요? 네, 제가 제빵하고 한식조리를 배울 수 있어요. So see here. So I will give you 1 second to stop the video and think about what is the rules in this usage. Okay, let's move on. This one is do it yourself. So let's check it by question item. So the usage rule is when there is verb, regardless of 받침 exists or not, you can say this one. Except the real 받침, 만들다. It is not 만들든지. So we need to omit the real. Because as I said again, when the real at the 받침, the pronunciation is so difficult for the native Korean. So we tend to omit that 받침. But it is not 100%. But yeah, here is the exception rule. So except real 받침. So 사다, 사는지 알다, 찾다, 찾는지 알다. So not 만들는지, 만드는지. So it lays the real 받침 here. And when it comes to adjective, 형용사, when there is 받침 and there's no 받침, and also real 받침 is exception. That's all. So we need to check it by the answer. 받다, 받는지 알다, 모르다. 대여하다, lend. 대여하는지 알다 모르다. 맡기다 맡기는지 알다 모르다. 먹다 eat 먹는지 알다 모르다. 사다 buy 사는지 알다 모르다. 놀다 play the 받침 is near, so 노는지 알다 모르다. 다르다 is different. 다른지 알다. 많다 is many. 많은지 알다. 길다 is long. And the real 받침 긴지 알다 모르다. So the real changing as a ni은. The real change as real because those 은지. So the ni은 go to the bottom here. 긴지 알다 모르다. And 가깝다 is close. So 가까운지 알다 모르다. 어떻다 how, 어떤지 알다. So at first you need to focus more on general rules, and then before the test you need to check the exception rule. So let's check it by question item more. See the rule here and let's check the answer. Number 1, 제주도 여행을 언제 가는 게 when 제주도 travel is good. Do you know when would be appropriate, when would be good to go to 제주도 travel? So the answer is 좋을지 알겠어요. Or for our target grammar methods, so this one is more appropriate. 좋은지 알겠어요. because when the reason I use 을지 is is more appropriate to future tense. So I want to ask about the future, but those target grammar just using about 은지 알다. So here 제주도 여행을 언제 가는 게 좋은지 알겠어요 is more appropriate on this target grammar. So asking about the future, what the question item is, I think 좋을지 알겠어요 is more appropriate. But yeah, this is just my thinking. So the answer would be 좋은지 알겠어요 is more appropriate to target grammar. But 좋을지 알겠어요 is a possible and grammatically perfect in here. So let's move on to number 2. 앞에 앉은 저 학생은 어느 나라 사람이에요? So that student sitting in front, which country does the student come from? 글쎄요. Well, 저도 저 학생이 the answer is 어느 나라 사람인지 모르겠어요. 인지 알다 모르다 here. And number 3. 여기서 시청까지 얼마나 걸리는지 알겠어요? 네, 버스를 타면 15분 정도 걸려요. It takes 15 minutes. And number 4. 내일 현장 학습을 가는데 어디에서 모이는지 알겠어요? 네, 센터 정문 앞에서 모이기로 했어요. So here the simple vocabulary. 내일 is tomorrow. 현장 학습 is a field trip or field learning. So not in the school. So go to outside like a picnic. But picnic for learning more, not for play. So, but actually it's a play, but the name is 현장 is a field. 학습 is learning. Field learning 가는데 어디에서 모이다, gathering. So 어디에서 모이는지 알겠어요? 네, center 정문. 정문 is main gate. 앞에서, so in front of the main gate, we are going to gathering. So is it clear? And if you cannot figure it out, just leave a comment. I will answer it. And let's move on to next uses. It is 다가. It is just uses and there's no rule. So it is usually come together with the verb, not adjective. So verb and then. So here the explanation is 어떤 행위나 상태가 중단 is stop. So when there was continuously happen and then stop it and transition, move to other thing. So the subject should be same. Like in here, let's see the picture here. So maybe yeah, he's the character. 요즘도 컴퓨터를 배워요. Are you learning computer? Nope. 아니요. 컴퓨터 학원에 다니다가 어려워서 요리 수업으로 바뀌었어요. So, yeah, he was learning computer class, but 어려워서 because of so difficult, changing 요리 수업, the cooking class, he changed. So the status is going on like learning computer and stop and transition, move to other cooking class. And then next one, 영화를 보다가 재미없어서 나왔어요. So while I was watching movie and then I quit, it's so not interesting, so I leave it out. 나왔어요. 책을 읽다가 친구와 와서 밖에 나갔어요. So certain event or status is continuously and then stop. Suspension, stop, and then changing as other things. So let's check it shortly here. 공부하다가 while I was studying and then 모르는 단어가 있어서 so when I was studying and there was unknown vocabulary, so I'm going to find the dictionary. So 텔레비전을 보다가 while I was watching TV and then there's not interesting, there's no interesting, it's not funny, and then I'm going to sleep. So let's make one sentence in here. Let's take number 4. 요리책을 보고 요리를 하다가 따라하기 어려워서 블라블라블라블라블라블라 들어요. That is the thing. So yeah, as always, let's check it by question item. And here, there's no rule. Just regardless of 받침, just put the 다가 as the meaning is continuous and stop and changing as other things, transition. So again, 다가 is, you can read it. So 중단 is stop and 다른 행위, different action. 상태가 바뀜, status change. And 일반적으로 앞뒤 주어가 같아야 한다. 주어 is subject. So still there is transition, but subject have to be same. And here, regardless of 받침, just put the 다가. So let's check the number 1. 고향 음식. 고향 is hometown, so hometown food, local food. 고향 음식을 만들다, 만들다가, 울다, 울다가, 자다, 자다가, 영화를 보다, 보다가. It's easy usage. And 읽다, 읽다가, 산책하다, 산책하다가, 공부하다, 공부하다가, 놀다, 놀다가. That's all. That's all. So just put the daga. It is you need to focusing on the meaning while you have been doing something, and then you stop it and changing another thing. But you itself, the subject is same. Are we clear? Let's move on to the next part. And if you watch my video and want to volunteering as a speaking service, please leave the comment because I want to find some woman speaker because I'm speaking alone. So, but usually there is a woman. So, and I am man, so I can take a man part. But if you want to volunteering as a vocal service, please leave comment. But there's no any volunteers, so I will take it all. So 후엔 and 미호. So 어머 is oops. 어머 미호 씨 컴퓨터를 배우세요. Are you learning computer? 미호 said yes. 혼자 책 보고 공부하다가. So 혼자 is alone. 책 is book. So by learning alone, by books. 하다가 요즘에는 동네에 있는 문화체육센터에서 배우고 있어요. So while she was learning by herself alone and then stop learning alone and going to 문화 local physical centers. It's like just the center for learning. So stop learning alone and then changing as learning in the center. Together. Wow. 저는 우리 동네 is village. 우리 동네에 그런 시설 is facility here. Facility. So 우리 동네에 그런 시설이 있는지 몰랐어요. 수업은 언제 해요? When the class starts? Every 매주 화요일과 목요일 오후 7시부터 8시까지 해요. This is so level 1 grammar. 부터까지. 매주, every week. 요리 is cooking, swimming, computer 등 is and so on, etc. 다양한 프로그램, various program 있으니까 exist 한번 알아보세요. So 알아보다 is in English just search it, but the Korean literally 알다 is try to know. The 알아보다. 그렇군요. 저도 알아봐야겠어요. 매달, every month. 매주 is every week. So it is important vocabulary, but so easy one. It is just level 1, but it is as a final. I will check it. 매주 is every week, and 매달 is every month. How about every day? It is 매일. Every day is 매일. So 일, 주, 달. That is also Chinese letters. So 매달 last week 마지막 주에 일주일 동안 신청을 받아요. 신청 is apply, 받다 is receive. It means you have to apply it. 자세한 것은 자세한 is detail. So detail thing 문화체육센터 홈페이지에 나와 있으니까 들어가 보세요. It's good. So 요가를 배우다. So 집에서 동영상을 보고 운동하다가 무료 체육시설에서 배우고 있어요. Here, 다가, you can use it. There is a transition, change, and you can use it daga in here. So it is so easy usage. It is not grammar. Just put the daga. It is usage, not grammar. So let's move on here. And your kind teacher Dexter translate all. 가정. 가정 is your family. And 가정식 is a 식사, 식당. So 가정식 is a casual family meal in your house. Usually the Korean's casual 가정식 is rice. Not rice, it's rice. So casual meal. And 금액 is price. So 요일 is day, time. And 내용 is content. Let's see here. Swimming, computer, cooking, taekwondo, K-pop, dance. And yeah, I think it is so picky and it is not loyal, but usually test item are asking about this one here. Always here. So here, 1회 무료 체험 is a one-time free experience and over 65, 50% have discount. So there is a mathematics question item always. Anyway, here, so 초급, 중급, 고급 is your level. And here, I don't know why it's a 내용 contents, but yeah, it's your level. 초급 is novice, beginner. 중급 is intermediate, and 고급 is advanced. So 초, 중, 고. That is also important Chinese letter. Like 초등학교, elementary school, 중학교, middle school, 고등학교, high school. So 초, 중, 고. So on your level, my Korean, 제 한국어는 초급입니다. So we are level 3. From level 1 and 2, that is 초급, but we are level 3 and 4 is 중급. And after level 4 is close to 고급. So it is also important vocabulary. Let's move on to listening. Yeah, let's start from the listening. And I just say again and again and again and again and again. Listening is not listening. Listening is a reading. So you should have to read the item first and then set the purpose of listening and then listen. Don't be stupid like listening. Oh, listening is not listening. So let's check the question item at first. So the question number 1 is 여러분은 강좌, that is the class or lecture. Have you ever any experience of applying the class lecture? So before applying the lecture, before 무엇을 확인? What do you want to check it? So yeah, the file is 3L. On my YouTube channel, you can check the listening file together. You can introduce your online teachers without the file. On the YouTube channel, we can check it. So let's move on to listening again. So before you listen, you have to check the answer. 후엔 씨는 어느 프로그램에 등록하고 싶었습니까? So 후엔 is the usually made Vietnamese woman, and 어느 program, which program? 등록 is enroll, apply 하고 싶었습니까? That is past tense. So like a present tense is 싶습니까? 싶습니까 is present, but 싶었습니까 is usually past tense. So I guess she failed to take what she was intended to. But it's just my guessing. But anyway, there is a past tense, 싶었습니까? And the present tense is 싶습니까? So when, so which part was the when want to enroll to apply to? And number 2, 등록 B. B is range, but blah blah B is a fee. The tuition fee, 얼마, how much? And number 3, 초급 is a novice, beginner, 컴퓨터 프로그램은 지금 자리가 있다. It is also metaphoric expression. 자리 is seat. There is seat, it means available to apply for novice level. 초급 and 중급 컴퓨터 프로그램은 신청할 수 있다. Possible to apply. And 수업은 화요일과 목요일에 한다. So are you ready? So set the purpose. 1, 2, 3, and listen it together. Okay, let's check the answer. So here, your kind teacher, doctor, prepare everything. 등록 is enroll, 마감 is close, and 대기 is wait. 환불 is refund, 등록 B is fee, and 환불, refund is our next unit. So let's check it first. So let's check the answer first. 후엔 씨는 어느 프로그램에 등록하고 싶었습니까? 초급 컴퓨터 수업에 등록하고 싶었습니다. And what was the fee? is 3만 원입니다. So 초급 컴퓨터 프로그램은 지금 자리가 있다. is possible vacancy. It is maybe no. And 중국 컴퓨터 프로그램을 신청할 수 있다. Yes. 수업은 화요일, 목요일 한다. Yes. So let's checking by script. which program? So 후엔 초급 컴퓨터 등록에 대해서 문의 is asking about. So the reason asking about is she want to apply it. She want to enroll it. So 후엔 is 초급 컴퓨터 등록을 하고 싶다. I want 고 싶다. So she's supposed to take a novice level computer class. But 죄송합니다. Sorry. 초급 컴퓨터는 이미 already 마감 is closed. The full 마감됐습니다. 대기하실 수는 있어요. 대기하다 있어. You could wait, but if no person going out, no person cancel it, you cannot take it. Same as your KIIP program. 대기. So, 대기하실 수는 있어요. 컴퓨터 수업이 혹시 처음인가요? Is it first time to take your computer class? She said no. 전에, before 배운 적은 있는데 I learned it. 잘 못해서 I'm not doing well. 다시 배우고 싶어. 다시 is again. So I want to run it again. 그러면 and then 중급 수업은 어떠십니까? How about the intermediate? 중급 수업을 들어보시다가 So why you learning intermediate class? If you feel it is so difficult, you can take a refund. 환불도 가능하다. It's available. You can refund it. 중급 수업 등록비는 얼마인가요? 중급 수업은 3만 원이고 수업은 Tuesday, Thursday, 화요일, 목요일 오후 8시부터 9시까지 1 hour, 1시간입니다. 네, 조금 더 little more 생각, thinking 등록할게요. 감사합니다. So the answer, 후엔 씨는 어느 프로그램에 등록하고 싶었습니까? She was want to take a 초급 and 3만 원. And 초급 컴퓨터 프로그램은 지금 자리가 있다. Nope, impossible. So XOO. Here is the vocabulary check again. And next one is Diphthong. So funny factor is I'm from Busan, so I can do it, but like my grandma generation, they have difficulty to pronounce this one. So actually 문의, but say 문이. So that is a natural phenomena in Korea. So diphthong is two vowels pronounce it together, but here for the easiness of pronunciation, so 문의 suggests 문이, 편의점, convenience store like 7-Eleven. 논의 is discuss, so 논의해보자. So that's all. In the test situation, it is difficult to ask about make a question item. So let's move on to the next one. Is so reading poster. Actually, I don't take a lot of time in here. It's an easy one, but it is not that easy, and it is also convenient. It is useful for you. So again, your kind teacher Dexter made all. So let's check it together. Again, 독감 is a severe cold, like eating poison. 겨울 is winter. 철 is winter season. Cold, 예방접종, vaccination. 어린이, kids. 임산부, someone who is pregnant. And 어르신 is elderly. 무료, for free. That's all. And next one is I made another vocabulary chart. So here, 무료, free, 상담, counseling. 외국인, 주민. 외국인 is alien. 주민 is a civilian. So expat, civilian, for expat, civilian. So 임금체불 is overdue. And 퇴직금 is servant's pay. I check it the dictionary. But it is like a in my English version is retirement pay. So if you do work certain time and then retire, there is some money for retirement or pension. This one is also important to let you know, guys. So 산업재해, it is in dictionary they say industrial accident. That is accident during your work. So if you get an accident while you are working, or register as a worker, you need to check 산업재해. Or shortly, we say 산재. It is so important. So if you get an accident while you're working, please talk to your boss or take a counseling. So 산재 and 출입국. So 출국 is departure outside. 출 is going out and 입 is enter. So 입국 is arrival. So your departure arrival problem. And 근무 조건 is a working condition like pay, work day, how long do you work. And 의료 상담 is a medical counseling. So 통번역 3단 가능. So that you can take a translation service and online and 전화 apply. You can take it. And next one is 외국인 취업 교육 프로그램. 취업 is getting a job, like a 취직. And 이력서 is resume or CV. And here, 이력서 작성 is composition, but it is a writing. But yeah, the resume CV composition, resume writing, and 면접 is interview, and 접수 is apply. That's all. And let's move on to the next one is 다음 제목 is title, and 무엇에 대한 기사. 기사 is article, newspaper article. So here 찾아가는 방문 상담. 찾아가다 is a visit your house or visiting to you. 안전한 safe. 정착 is settlement. And this one is easy. I'm not going to handle it. And this one is, yeah, it's a funny situation. It's a 재단 is actually foundation is 재단, but also in your dictionary there is a altar, so pray for God. Also 재단. But here and in the KIIP system, we don't deal with the altar. We don't deal with the God. So every 재단 is just a foundation, the company. So here and here for 친정 is only wife house, wife home. Yeah, that is in terms of only wife. So 친정 is wife's house. And 창업 is establishment or starting the company. So that's all for vocabulary here. Check it this one. And I would like to highlight this one. 산업재해. I'm so sorry when you will get an accident in working in Korea. So you need to know that one. Next one is reading. So this article is 복지센터에 대한 기사. Article about welfare center. So read well. And reading is, before you read those things, you have to check what you are going to read at first. So number one is 무엇에 대한 기사입니까? What is this article is about? It would be general thing. And number two, 종합복지센터에서 제공하는 서비스가 아닌 것. Which one is not supporting at that center? And number three, 새로 문을 열다 is open the door, is launching. 복지 서비스 시설에서는 영화를 볼 수 있다. Can watch the movie. Let's check it. And 종합복지센터는 2층에 있다. Floor 2. Let's check it. 글로벌 아동센터, kids center는 12세 이하 어린이만 이용할 수 있다. So here's vocabulary simply. So read the paragraph while you are keep focusing. Set a purpose of reading this one. Are you ready? With it. So before we check the answer, let's check the vocabulary together. So here, 문 열다 is a 문 is door, 열다 is open. So open the door, but that is a metaphoric expression. It's a launching or starting, like a school. 학교가 문을 열다, 센터가 문을 열다. And here, 공동체 is community, and 강당 is a dictionary. They say whole, but usually inside playground. So you can do whatever. It's multifunctional ground, big ground. And 상영 is the play the movie, play the video. 상영하다. And 전시 is exhibition. And 사회통합, that is what we do. KIIP is a social integration. And 종합 is a total, general, overall. And here is one important point is it's a mathematics, but like a 이상 이하. So when we say 이상 이하, it includes that number. But when we say 초과 미만, not include, we exclude that number. So usually in here, the age, so age 18 이상 is include the age 80, but age 80 초과 is exclude, and 18세 미만 also exclude. That is a mathematical matter, but usually the difficult question item based on those concepts. So please keep in mind, it's so important for your all Korean learning. And 중도 입국, that is it's Chinese letters, but yeah, my version was born in not Korea, but come to Korea to meet parents. So usually in Korean reality, there are so many Chinese students or North Korea students. So they was born in not Korea, like North Korea or China, but their mother come to Korea and marry Korean man. They come to Korea. So 중 is the middle. 도 is a middle stage entrance. So 중도 입국 청소년 is actually, yeah, it's just foreign adolescents, foreign students, but usually their parents get a Korean nationality, so 중도 입국 청소년. And 보건소 is hygiene, and 교류실, 교류하다 is interchange, so exchanging room. 장 is a field, 활용되다, utilize, use. 고충 is difficulty. So are we clear? So let's check the answer. So number 1, 무엇에 대한 article? 무엇에 대한 기사입니까? This article is about, it is open answer. You can do whatever. So, but the answer is 복지센터를 소개, introducing the welfare center article. 소개입니다. If you have different idea, leave the comment. I will check it. And your version would be right. And number 2, which one is not supported? So, here, let's check it. 가족 상담, 방문 서비스 교육, 한국어 교육. Here, but there's no translation. 통번역 교육, there is not. And number 3, 새로 문을 연 복지 서비스 시설에서는 영화를 볼 수 있다. It's possible to see. Here, so we can see that 국가별 영화 상영, 영화를 상영하다, play the video, so you can see in here. And number 2, so 저는 2층에 있다. So here, 2층에 종합복지센터가 있다. It is correct. And number 3, 12세 이하 어린이만 사용할 수 있다. So the answer is only under 12 they can use it. But here 12세 이하 다문화 아동과 18세 이하 중도 입국 청소년을 대상으로. So under 20 and under 80 they can use it. So the answer is X. Again, 이상 이하 초과 미만 is just a mathematics question item, but usually for the differentiate who are good at Korean and who are poor at Korean, their question item usually take this 이상 이하 problem. So are we clear? And then let's check the paragraph sentence by sentence together. 이민자와 다문화, 이민자 is immigrant, 다문화 가족 multicultural family, for welfare center open launching blah blah. 시 외국인 복지센터, 외국인 is alien, foreigner, 외국인 복지센터가 오늘 this 9일 문을 연다. 이민자와 다문화 가족을 위한 복지센터는 국제문화교류실, international cultural exchanging room, community gathering room. And here 실 and 방 is the same meaning. And 상담실, counseling room, education room, great hall 등 다양한 various 시설, facility 갖추고 있다. They have the various facility. The Flower Run, that is international movie play and exhibition, and 지역 주민에게 세계 문화를 introducing international culture and 서로의 문화를 이해한다. Understanding each country's 사회통합의 장으로 활용된다. Utilize as field for social integration. 현재 now Flower 2 and 3, Flower 2 종합복지센터와 Flower 3 글로벌 키즈 센터가 각각 운영되고 있다. Operating now. So General Welfare Center는 이민자들을 대상으로 for the immigrant. 대상 is target, educational target. For immigrant, 개인, 가족 상담. 개인 is private, 가족 is the family. So just personal or private and family 방문 서비스 교육 is visiting to your house. Like if you have keys, so you cannot leave the house, so the center go to your house. And Korean education and job education 등을 operating 하고 있습니다. 하고 있다. counsel, 상담은 통번역 서비스가 제공되어 이민자들이 일상생활에서 겪는 고충의 해결을 돕는다. So counseling, there is translation service. So your 일상생활, daily life, suffering, difficulty to solve for immigrants. And Global This Center is under 20 multicultural kids and over 80 and under 80 middle enters foreign adolescents. We check the vocabulary again here. 대상으로 welfare, education, hygiene 등의 서비스를 제공 중이다. They are supporting those services. 같은 건물에 위치한 보건소. So same 건물, building, location, 보건소에서는 이민자들과 지역 주민들에게 건강검진, medical check, 예방접종, vaccination 등의 medical 서비스를 supporting, 제공한다. That's good. So this one is writing and your homework. Until now, no one take our homework. I'm so sad. So please, this time I hope to see your homework in this video. Those 45 is your homework, and I'm sure you understand all the language in here because I taught everything in here. 소개 is introduced. So I believe like a perfect teacher, Dexter, will introduce all my online student can understand all this one, and please prove it. Show me your writing. Yeah, this one is all for class. And actually, 다문화 이주민 center, it is close out of fashion, I think. Nowadays, so blah blah 건강가족지원센터. 부산 연제구 건강가정지원센터. Here is more for the immigrant Korean language learning and usually for the wives, foreign wives. But 다문화 이주민 center, I don't know. I never see that. So I think 건강가정지원센터 is more trend version. But yeah, that's all. And if the test item make it, if you see 다문화 이주민 center, yeah, it is. If you see 다문화 이주민 center, yeah, that is the welfare system. That's all. So you can check your vocabulary in here. I took it all, so check it. So this lesson is talking about your welfare system. So review it again and utilize your right. You are living in Korea as immigrant, so you can take your right, especially when you get an accident while you are working. You can take 산재 상담, 산업재해 상담. That's all. And please leave comment if you have any question or you don't know. And maybe I could do it wrong for my English for Korean. Please check it for me. Thank you for watching my video. Bye bye.